So the people in South Africa came out to start attacking foreigners, most especially foreigners who are fellow Africans. The reason I'm speaking about this with my heart in pain is because South Africa was liberated by African countries. It is the truth. The Zambia, the Mozambique, the Uganda, the Zimbabweans, etc., when they were under apartheid. The same people are now coming out to attack fellow Africans. I think there would be a better way of South Africa, okay, barring foreigners from coming. I saw a video when a man is being attacked. In fact, here is the tape.
Nothing I do, my brother. Nothing I do. What I do, man? What I do, man? Nothing I do. Nothing I do. What I do, my sister? What I do? What I do, my sister?
So in that video, South Africans are attacking fellow Africans because of staying in South Africa. I know, I understand the gravity of foreigners coming in the country and doing the jobs that ordinarily would have been done by locals. But xenophobia is not the way to go. If they want these people to go, they must create a police, arrest those who don't have permits, who don't have work permits, who don't have papers that make them stay in the country. But a person who has a work permit given by a government cannot be attacked on the basis of he's a foreigner. There are very many South Africans in different countries, in Europe, etc. If the same is visited on South Africans who stay outside South Africa, then do you think about what can happen? South Africa is among the countries that has a remuneration of billions in dollars because of their citizens working in other nations, and they go on attacking people, especially fellow human beings like Africans. A person who's attacked when he comes out to speak, I think he's a Congolese or a Tanzanian. They didn't even ask whether they have permits or not. I saw a video, they were even attacking school-going children who are foreigners. What is that? Let's continue. So that is the video when a foreigner was being attacked. Just the reason of attack is because he's not South African and is residing in a country. And the bad side of such xenophobic attacks, you can even attack a tourist who doesn't even work in South Africa. Imagine that you find me when you've gone for a tour or for a tourism experience, walking on the streets, they beat you because you are a foreigner on account that you are taking away their jobs, yet you are a tourist. South Africa is among the tourist destinations in South Africa because of its stature as a second world country. So an attack on foreigners is so backward. I think the police should come, first of all, arrest people who don't have documents, who don't have work permits. Those who have work permits must stay. There's no country that doesn't have foreigners for as long as they work in accordance with the rule of law in that country. I agree, South Africa has taken in very many African countries for the to seek better jobs, to get more money. But the issue of locals attacking foreigners, most especially Africans, is backwards. With such a history of South Africa being helped by other African leaders, ANC was helped greatly by very many countries, most especially in Africa and Europe, like Russia. So attacking foreigners on that basis because they are foreigners, not even making thorough investigation whether they are destined, whether they are employees of embassies, it is so backward. In another story, today, the Ugandan government made an operation to arrest all foreigners who work in Uganda without working permits. You know, around East Africa, I think Uganda has always been a safe haven for many foreigners. And when the immigration comes out to do such an operation, it is something needed because there is no serious country that allows foreigners to come and exit as they wish. The spokesperson of immigration came out to say this. Listen to this step very carefully because it's going to form a base for our discussion. Here's the
Today I have a big issue which I want you to capture. As part of a nationwide commitment to national security and the rule of law, the National Citizenship and Immigration Control has successfully conducted 2 major enforcement operations against irregular migration. Acting on credible intelligence, enforcement teams from the Ministry of Internal Affairs, specifically from National Citizenship and Immigration Control, apprehended 62 Nigerian nationals in Ajumani district on the 27th April 2026. They are not part of this.
So, first of all, I think Nigerians are one of the most, I think it is the only country in East Africa which has a lot of foreign bases, not only in Africa but also in Europe. I think it's because of their large population. Nigeria has the biggest population in East Africa, So it is not news to also apprehend them in Uganda. They have one of the biggest diaspora. And I think the government is doing the right thing. Even as Ugandans, if you go in a certain country, be it in the United States or Britain, you have to get a work permit, etc. documents, so that you can be in that country. Let's continue with the video.
Our facility in Namave, the 62 Nigerians, I want you to note that the group was found operating illegally, specifically without valid work permits, while engaged in activities that included the operation of a church. These people come under the guise of preaching the gospel and hide behind the other irregular activities.
So first of all, one of the things that has brought very many foreigners, not only in Uganda, is through gospel. And most especially the Pentecostal churches. Church is becoming a business. Ordinarily, church is not supposed to be a business, but most churches are being done on the basis of a business, to an extent that foreigners come in a country in a pretext of preaching gospel and they end up doing church business. Most especially the Pentecostals. For the Anglican, for the Catholic, you cannot just start up a church. There are some procedures. Go and learn religion, etc., be trained, and even a church cannot be your personal property. You have to give it up for the institution to give you a priest. Okay? And Nigerians are good at that. Let's continue with the video.
that intelligence, we swung in action and we were able to apprehend 62 Nigerians in the district of Ajimani on April 27, 2026. Furthermore, during an intelligence-led operation conducted on the night of April 27th, last night, in the area of Kotondi-Ntinda of Kampala, the NCIC officers detained 169 foreign nationals. These ones you are seeing in my background, residing in an apartment complex in Bukoto without valid immigration status. This group, which included 36 women, was operating from a highly restricted, self-contained apartment complex equipped with its own restaurant and internal facilities designed to restrict movement and ensure a total focus on illicit operations.
So I think the people we speak about are the Indians. Indians also is the biggest population right now in the world. It recently surpassed that of China. For me, I don't have any problem with a foreigner working in a certain country because that's the modus operandi. In our country, Uganda, we have foreigners who work outside Uganda and they remit $2.5 billion. For as long as they have papers, work permits, etc., for as long as it is procedure, there is no way we can go against foreigners because that is the new world order. Different people work in different countries. It is the truth. Of course, that's my PR is truly Mr. Makindi Kabir Sulaiman Magal. If you're into this channel, please subscribe, like, and comment so that I'm motivated to do more such videos. I'll see you on another one. Peace.